Final question for you. You've said that you want the deal with AJ to be done by the end of Monday.
Monday is the deadline.
Man with the show, Big John Fury, the fighting man. He sticks the nut on some small skinny kid from Team Usyk, drops the nut straight on his face plants him, cuts his own head open, bruises the other kid, and just makes a mockery of boxing and just disgust and disgrace the room. I mean, it's disgusting and disgraceful what he's done. He should be embarrassed. I hope he is embarrassed, but it's not acceptable. I don't know why he's done it. So you've got Team Usyk at one side of the room, all chanting Usyk like you would do because you're Usyk fans and you want Usyk to win. And on the other side of the room, you've got Tyson Fury fans and Tyson Fury's team shouting Fury, believe it or not. They like their man and they want their man to win. But nobody's running over, throwing punches and dropping headbutts on anybody. But no, Big John Fury, the fighting man, 100 on the hard road. He wants to get involved, doesn't he? He wants his little piece of the action. So he's gone over, he's having a little push, and not even having a push, having a little walk, having a look, picking his spots. Typical big bully, isn't he? He picked on the smallest guy in there and dropped the nut on him. But guess what? Calm as a bitch. He came off the worst. He got a big cut on his head, all claret down his face. What an idiot. How can you drop the nut on somebody? The guys go kiss and end up worse yourself. That's usually a devastating blow. That's a blow, actually, that sends you straight to jail, usually. Should be getting arrested. Should be getting done for assault. I don't know what's happening, but it's all being swept under the carpet and nobody's calling it out. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to call it out. John Fury is a disgrace. What he's doing is bringing boxing into disrepute. It's disgusting and terrible that people will be watching this fight, the biggest fight in years, and there'll be young kids and people trying to get into the sport and the attention it's bringing to boxing. You've got John Fury, the big idiot, headbutting somebody from the other team and thinking it's okay, shouting on top of his voice, blood, guts and tears, this is what I do. I do this every day. This is what I live for. Blood and guts, this is what I live for. What are you talking about? I mean, you got banged up, didn't you, for gouging somebody's eye out years ago. You've not been in any trouble since then, which is good. Be peaceful, be nice, be kind. And then you go and lower the standards and let yourself and your family down. And more importantly, you let boxing down by dropping the nut on somebody from Team Usyk's team. Absolutely disgraceful. You should be embarrassed.
And those are some words of Carl the Cobra Froch on fighting, as he calls John Fury, an absolute disgrace. And he's asking, what's that about? Why did John do that? John did that because John has been in a situation now that he hasn't been in a long time. He's been back into the corner with his son, the undefeated WBC former unified heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And I don't think he knows how to act on top of the fact, how does he supposed to act at a time like this? Well, I'll tell you, the reason why everybody's doing extra stuff, out of the ordinary stuff, strange stuff, is because they don't know the outcome. Just like Tyson Fury is really getting real with and honest with his assessment on Alexander Usyk, because he's seen Usyk make Daniel Dubois quit, beat the shit out of Anthony Joshua twice, go balls to wall with Derek Chisora, made Chaz Witherspoon, nephew of John Witherspoon, quit, and knock out Tony Bellew in the cruiserweight division that made all this possible. And a lot of people don't understand that, because if he would have lost, he would have never been able to go to heavyweight to challenge for the WBO end. Okay, that's how he got in. Just the same way Crawford left 140 to go to 147 to challenge for the WBO welterweight belt, the white class up, right? So that's what's happening. I think people are nervous. I think they're anxious. I think they're kind of antsy. And I just see the antsiness in John Fury, you know. So John Fury is doing whatever he normally does to the extreme. Now, I do agree, like I've already said, I've told people, if this would have been in the USA and he headbutt a small kid, bro, this dude couldn't have been no more than 19 on Team Usyk. He lucky he didn't get mauled by those Ukrainians, and they were just keeping it cordial. Now, if that shit would have probably been out in the street in the alleyways fighting with sticks, stones, and bottles, this would have been a different story. Because, see, that wouldn't have flew. Not with Ukrainians, it ain't. You think they're still at war with Russia, right? So, you know that's already on their mind anyway. And then you pull some shit like that. But it was funny, and the karma was real strong simply because John Fury headbutted this guy and split his own head open. Since the guy was so short, because he was probably here to John Fury, and John Fury's bald-headed ass walked up to him and BAP! He hit the hard shell of his head, this top part, going all the way back. That's what caused it. So he headbutted wrong. He didn't even get that right. You know, and people need to just start calling it out. I'm glad that Carl Froch is, because it is a disgrace, because what happens is when you see stuff like this, let's say you're 15, you're 16 years of age, and you're watching the first undisputed heavyweight championship of the world in your era, right? You're 15, you're 16, and you see Tyson Fury's dad do the shit that he did yesterday. You're going to associate that with the sport of boxing. That's what makes it bad. By association, you're going to think that shit's acceptable. So in that case, they're condoning the shit, making it look like it's the thing to do, and people may want to duplicate that, and they don't need to duplicate that shit. Okay? That's the problem. Okay? But good counterpunch from Carl the Cobra Froch. You guys tell me what you think about Carl blasting Big John Fury for picking on a scrawny kid, as I got a video about that scrawny kid coming up next. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!